Just midweek and the dots connected themselves, and the picture they formed is... The president held a massive security briefing. Terrorists kidnapped people in multiple states. Some victims were released, and some journalists were blocked from seeing the truth. Welcome to Connecting the Dots Midweek Edition. So, the service chiefs met with the president for a major security briefing. But listen, when you hear security briefing, you're thinking US Situation Room, giant screens, satellite feeds, 10 generals pointing maps, 15 analysts updating intel every second. But this is Nigeria. Our own security briefing looks like the meeting HR calls when two staffs fight in the parking lot. Everybody sits, nods seriously. No one brings paper. Maybe somehow someone brings paper. But the meeting still ends up with, we're on top of the situation. It's pathetic, but let's watch. Now, what exactly are we briefing? The IG of police came out after the briefing and said something that shook the country more than PHCN on a rainy day. He told NTA State House correspondent that the president directed all police officers protecting VIPs to be withdrawn and sent to their front lines.
Mr. President went further to give orders to us. Orders which include the immediate action to free the police from VIP protection and provide more men for the ongoing fight.
What do you mean? What do you mean about the VIP protection?
Yeah, what I mean is that Mr. President gave direct order that immediately policemen providing VIP protection should be made available to join the forces, combating the...
To be withdrawn.
You see, the policemen providing VIP protection presently are to be withdrawn, and they are to complement the ongoing efforts against criminalities.
Meaning, your VIP escorts, your convoy that blocks the road for no reason, your policeman holding your shopping bag at ShopRite, all gone. The president needs them in Sambisa. Because apparently the people who were guarding politicians from Nigerians are now expected to defend Nigerians from terrorists. Look at God. Very wonderful. Then the DG of the DSS said it plainly. Communities must be empowered to defend themselves as first responders against terrorists.
What I'm trying to say, the practical approach to mobilizing people is that you have to get everyone involved. You do not expect the Nigerian Army, police, DSS, to protect every Nigerian or every community. It is not going to work.
Simple translation. Help yourselves first. We will join later. But there is a catch. The law does not allow citizens to carry weapons to defend themselves. So we are in a situation where bandits have rifles, community have whistles. But the government says, defend yourselves.
In the US, if you visit someone in the house, you will be shocked that when the guy hears the police siren, he will just pull his drawer, bring out his gun and keep it. So one of my hosts did that, and I asked him, why are you putting gun here? He said, well, if they are chasing someone and he enters my house, I'll shoot him first. And that is the layer we have to start thinking about. How can you create first line of defense? The military, police, and other security agencies are to deal with the bigger ones, the organized ones.
Amidst all of this, Senator Godswill Akpabio unveiled Nigeria's new 15-year anti-terrorism strategic framework supposed to run from 2025 to 2030. But with the rates that these terrorists are operating, we just hope that the country itself survives till 2027. Meanwhile, Kaduna State government barred journalists from visiting villages destroyed by bandits. Wow. Now the question is why? Because a report by Truth Nigeria exposed things the government didn't like. You could imagine that. Imagine living in a country where bandits can walk freely but journalists cannot. And through all these events, one name consistently pops up with more question marks than answers. Sheikh Gumi, the man who shows up at every bandit negotiation. He preaches forgiveness and reintegration for terrorists. Sorry, bandits.
The federal government there says it has invited Kaduna-based Islamic cleric, and that's a Sheikh Ahmed Gumi, over his comments on the activities of bandits in the country. Now, this was disclosed by the Minister of Information and Orientation, Mohammed Idris, on Monday while addressing journalists at the State House, Abuja. Idris said Gumi is not above the law, noting that the government has deemed it necessary to invite him for questioning. The cleric had earlier offered to dialogue with bandits who abducted the school children from Kuriga Government Secondary and LEA primary schools in the Chinko local government area of the state. According to him, Tinubu must not repeat the mistake made by former President Muhammadu Buhari, who refused to dialogue with bandits.
This is someone who reportedly had issues with the US and Saudi Arabia, a legendary. If Nigeria ever truly connects all these dots, we might need a separate episode for this man. Just him alone. But now let's talk about the 35 kidnapped. The news says they've been released. Another 30 victims also released. Released, not rescued. So is this a negotiation, a settlement, a handshake? Because the military first denied the beginning of the series of attacks, only for the truth to come out later. Now, in the middle of all the madness, one video touched every Nigerian's heart. Doctors inside an actual operating theater, worshipping while actively performing surgery. Not pausing, not stepping aside, lifting up hands, of course metaphorically, scalpels in hands, worshipping on their lips. In a country where systems are collapsing, people saving lives still know who holds theirs. Everything happening now, the denial, the releases, the blocked journalists, the shifting strategies, it's all pointing out to one thing. Nigeria is in a battle for survival, and the people are the ones carrying the weight. But even in all this, hope shows up, sometimes in the most unexpected places, like an operating room filled with worship. Thank you for watching. See you on the next episode of Connecting the Dot. Stay sharp. My name is Rafael.